Who was Joseph Stalin? Hello guys. Today we're going to talk about Joseph Stalin. Joseph Stalin, 1897 to 1953, was perhaps the most dominant man in the history of the USSR. He rose to power as General Secretary of the Communist Party in Russia, becoming a Soviet dictator after the death of Lenin. Stalin forced rapid industrialization and therefore the collectivization of agricultural land, leading to millions dying from famine, while others were sent to labor camps. His Red Army helped defeat the Third Reich during the Second World War. Stalin was the son of Basaryan Jugashvili, a cobbler, and Ketevan Galadze, a washerwoman. Stalin was a frail child. At the age of 7, he contracted smallpox, leaving his face scarred. The other village children treated him cruelly, instilling in him a feeling of inferiority. Because of this, Stalin began a search for greatness and respect, developing a cruel streak for those who crossed him. Stalin's mother, a devout Orthodox Christian, wanted him to become a priest. In 1888, she managed to enroll him in a parochial school in Gori. Stalin did well in class, and his efforts won him a scholarship to Tiflis Theological Seminary in 1894. A year later, Stalin came in contact with Mesami Dasi, a secret organization that supported Georgian independence from Russia. A number of the members were socialists who introduced him to the writings of Marx and Lenin. Stalin joined the group in 1898. Though he excelled in seminary school, Stalin left the following year. It is speculated that he was asked to go away thanks to his politics, challenging the Tsarist regime of Nicholas II. Stalin chose not to return home, but stayed in Tiflis, devoting his time to the revolutionary movement. For a time he found work as a teacher, and later as a clerk at the Tiflis Observatory. In 1901 he joined the Social Democratic Labour Party, and worked full-time for the revolutionary movement. As war clouds gathered over Europe in 1939, Stalin made a seemingly brilliant move, signing a non-aggression pact with Germany's Hitler and his National Socialist German Workers' Party. Stalin was so distraught at Hitler's treachery that he hid in his office for several days. By the time Stalin regained his resolve, German armies occupied all of the Ukraine and Belarus, and its artillery surrounded Leningrad. Joseph Stalin's name sparks controversy in Russia even now, as some people consider him a patriotic hero, and others curse him as a paranoid villain. If there is anything most agree on, it's the fact that Stalin was unshakable, even when it came to his relatives. There were 4 people closely related to the Russian leader: Vasily Stalin, Yakov Yugashvili, Natasha Aliyeva, and Svetlana Aliyeva. Vasily Stalin was one of the children of the dictator. He was appointed the commander of Moscow Military's District Air Force and remained in his position until 1952, when, terribly drunk, he attended a banquet and provoked his father's anger. Stalin fired Vasily, which only led to heavier drinking. Yakov Yugashvili was Stalin's first son, captured by Germans during World War II, and didn't fight to the death. This disappointed Stalin, as he considered him weak, and therefore the two were always arguing. In 1925, the son said he wanted to get married, but his father forbade it. Yakov attempted suicide, wounding himself with a gunshot, in the face of a father who just laughed at him. Nadezhda Aliyeva, the second wife of Stalin and mother of his children Vasily and Svetlana. Stalin married Nadezhda when she was 18 and he 39, becoming the first lady of the USSR. But her life ended, leaving it unclear as to why Nadezhda killed herself in 1932, leaving Stalin devastated. Svetlana Aliyeva, her daughter, always claimed to hate Soviet Russia, as well as her father controlling her life. Not only did he order Svetlana on which job to settle on, but when she fell madly in love with an older man, Stalin got so furious he dispatched the suitor to a camp for 5 years. When Svetlana's fourth husband, Indian communist Brajesh Singh, died in 1966, she was allowed to go to India to pour his ashes into the Ganges. There she defected to the US Embassy, leaving the USSR and her 2 children behind.